kept hanging on, patiently waiting so long that by the time the ultimatums came, the clothesline cats I came with were gone. But go on. Talk was too loud. You were afraid of missing out. Yeah, and all those experts offered dicey reassurance in the presence of doubt. But I should know. Face the fallout all alone. 'Cause that pine box only seats one, and there's no one coming with when I go. So go on, talk that big talk, baby, point that bed toward the stands, as if those lofty expectations ever turn out as planned. How I bet my bottom dollar thinking that this could last, and I keep holding you forever, love, just to wind up holding the bag. So take your best shot, baby. You can make your demands, as encouraged by your neighbors with their heads in the sand. All I know is you planned your exit after planting your flag. It's steady promising forever. So tell me how I wind up holding all this unresolved resentment toward the cards in my hand. Did I lack the basic knowledge it could wind up this bad? If you stayed and
This song slaps.
I'd give you all that I am. You sold me on forever, darling, just to leave me holding the bag.
What am I drinking? Coke Zero. Just Coke Zero. I finally, chat. Good news. I finally, I'm not even kidding. Today's the first day that I have not tested positive for COVID in like 3 weeks. So we did it, chat. I'm no longer a farm for viruses. So that's nice. So today, you may have guessed from the title, or seen on Twitter, or Discord. Oh, I need to post this to Discord. I actually forgot. Whatever. One sec. Let me post to the Discord real quick, because I forgot to. I'm professional, by the way. I do this for a living. I hope you know I'm really good at this. Thanks, Kevin McLeod. You're nailing it. 85% to level 1 in a hype train. Let's see what I missed, and then we'll talk about what's going on with our favorite cult stock. What about Bob? Thanks for 30 months, says 30 years watching Hannah. Phoenix Leftist, thanks for 16 months. Lady Ann, thanks for 37, says, holy forking shirt balls. Pterodona says, enjoying the BBBYQ funeral so far. Overthought says, out at Oktoberfest, so I'll have to catch the VOD, but happy cancellation day to all who observe. Thank you, I hope you have fun. An Unstable Deadbeat says, this must be a terrible day for PP. You're healthy and his dream is dead. PP recently got like $20,000 free and clear. Well, okay, he'll have to pay tax on it, but still, you know. I don't feel too bad for PP. He was just gifted tens of thousands of dollars. Unfortunately. Riotist Bunny Queen, thanks for 25 months. If anyone missed the last Bed Bath & Beyond stream, by the way, and you haven't seen the VOD yet, this is going to be confusing because a lot has happened. Was in another stream and you got 3 minutes of ads. Be on my channel where you won't hopefully get 3 minutes of ads, at least not as long as I have control over it. Have my Bed Bath & Beyond basket back here to set the mood. Pretty nice. Anyway, so what happened last time, if you missed it, was a millionaire, Bill Pulte, decided to invite PP and some of the other people to his office here in, I think, Michigan somewhere, and basically grifted. He told the audience, like, if anyone, Bill Pulte said, anyone who gives $500 to PP, you will meet me. You will get to meet me next time we do this. And holy shit, he got like $20,000 and $500 donations from people who he was already grifting, in my opinion. So it's not good. It's not good. So PP recently got like $20,000 minus whatever cut YouTube takes from Super Chats. I think it's 30%. And Bill Pulte put them all on a plane and said he had a meeting at SpaceX, and then, oh boy, that didn't happen. On top of that, Bill Pulte's family basically denounced him for all this weird shit he's doing. He seems obsessed with taking over his grandfather's company, even though he's one of 25 grandchildren and has no particular claim to, like, be an heir. It's so weird. So today we're just going to jump around. I don't know if the PP show will be on tonight. If it is, great. If not, we have other stuff to cover, but we'll be looking at ape meltdowns, cope, whatever. 52% to level 2. Toxaholic, thanks for gifting a sub, and Hacation, thanks for 31 months. Okay, so let's get into it. First name bunch of numbers, thanks for gifting a sub. I'm going to read this to you guys. This is an actual bankruptcy lawyer explaining to the apes earlier today what was happening. And of course, they all yelled at him and told him he was wrong. He was right. It's been canceled. So let's take a look. Should we actually take a look at the cancellation notices first? Just so you can get the base that, like, yes, this is actually canceled. I am not a crazy person. So let's take a look. Notice of entry of the order approving the disclosure statement on a final basis and confirming the Second Amendment joint Chapter 11 plan of Bed Bath & Beyond Incorporated and its debtor affiliates and occurrence of effective date. That's a bunch of words to say, hey, this is the notice that the plan that we all voted on is going into effect. You know, the plan that wipes out equity for people like PP. First name bunch of numbers, thanks for gifting a sub. Unstable Deadbeat, thanks for gifting a sub. Not sure if I missed those. 92% to level 2. To all creditors, interest holders, and other parties in interest, please take notice that the Honorable Michael B. Kaplan, United States Bankruptcy Judge, entered an order confirming the Second Amended Joint Chapter 11 Plan of Bed Bath & Beyond, Inc. and its debtor affiliates, as may be modified. The plan, and approving the disclosure statement on final basis, which the Clerk of the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of New Jersey, the Court, docketed on September 14th, 2023. The Bonkle Fox, thanks for 14 months and getting us over level 2, says, and somehow this won't stop them from coping and saying something's going to save them. Oh yeah, they have a new thing now, which I'll talk about. And it involves my favorite topic, butterflies. Because again, solipsism is true, and the world only exists for my amusement. Anyway, please take further notice that copies of the confirmation order, the plan, and the related documents are available on the debtor's restructure website at this link, or the court's website at this link. Please take notice that the effective date occurred on September 29th, which is today, 2023. The effective date, as was stated in the documents, the effective date is the date on which all shares of Bed Bath & Beyond become useless. They become useless. I think there was an even clearer statement somewhere, if I can find it at some point. But yeah, the shares are canceled, so that's fun. Bed Bath & Butterflies. Oh, it's so much stupider. It's so much goddamn stupider than this. Anyway, here's what the bankruptcy lawyer told them earlier today. Being correct. He said, the company is in Chapter 11, so this has to be viewed in the context of Chapter 11. When a Chapter 11 plan goes effective with interests being canceled, released, and extinguished, that is for the holders of those interests. The holders of those interests cannot legally receive anything on account of them holding or having held those equity interests. Full stop. Those interests cannot be converted into anything else of value or otherwise entitle the holder to anything of value. So, translated more simply, he's saying that the language in this Chapter 11 plan that says the shares are to be canceled, released, and extinguished, by definition specifically says that they cannot get equity in a new company. Equity being shares in a new company or a piece of the new company. Their tinfoil theory for a while has been that they're going to get converted into Teddy, which is the fake company that they've made up based on the real company Ryan Cohen has to sell his children's books. But that's not happening, because even if he did do something with this more than what he's already doing, the very language in Chapter 11 of their shares being canceled, released, and extinguished means that they no longer have any stake in Bed Bath & Beyond. They have nothing to do with it anymore legally. The contract that they had that was affiliated with those shares has been dissolved in this bankruptcy proceeding. So there is no mechanism in the law by which the Bed Bath & Beyond people can get any sort of equity. Medicated person, thanks for 22 months, says 7-month streak. Very nice. 29% to level 3. PP is going live tonight. Is it an after dark stream? Because those don't normally start until 9, and that's probably around when we'll be finishing. In which case we'll do another one of these tomorrow. Not a big deal. We have plenty to look at today, including Michael's show from last night. Annie McKean, thank you for 13 months, says happy dead, deader, and beyond. Late night, unfortunately. All right. Well, we'll have to take a look at it tomorrow then, but we will look at everything else today, and it'll be fun. Mr. Whiskers, thanks for 100 bits. Oh, by the way, it's the last days of September. So if anyone wants to do September things and get some % off subs, do it today. I don't know the actual rules because this September has been super confusing. Mr. Whiskers, thanks for 100 bits, 48% to level 3. The lawyer continues. Read any decision from a bankruptcy court and see how they use the word canceled. It doesn't leave the door open for they might get something after the effective date of this plan. We'll see, LOL, end quote. In fact, per the case cites below, you can see that bankruptcy courts view canceled as synonymous with being wiped out or, quote, valueless. Heathen Child, thanks for gifting a sub. 64% to level 3 with 30 seconds left on the hype train. Here is the citation, by the way. This is what he's citing case law for this precedent. The plan did not provide for any distribution to Class 8A, the equity in publicly traded Sun Edison Inc., and canceled their interest. Subsection 2 of Section 1129B2C of the Bankruptcy Code sets forth the absolute priority rule under which junior classes, absent consent, may not receive property unless all senior classes are paid in full. Some shareholders have complained that wiping out their shares is unfair and unethical. Thank you so much for the hype train, everyone. But the bankruptcy code commands this result, and a court is not free to ignore the law and substitute its own notions of fairness. Many shareholders have speculated, some with more certainty than others, that there is substantial additional value to recover and distribute. Yet, no one has discovered sufficient additional value to bridge the $5 billion gap between solvency and insolvency, even though the creditors, like the shareholders, had great incentive to do so. The shareholders have been free, individually or through ad hoc committees, to investigate claims or discover additional value. But as explained in the decision, declining to appoint an equity committee, they had to front the cost and assert claims for their substantial contribution thereafter. This does not answer the question posed by many shareholders. What happened to the equity reflected on the books and records of the money they invested? The best evidence of fair market value comes from the arm's-length sale that the court has approved in the course of these cases. At bottom, these numerous investigations and lawsuits have failed to uncover any claim of sufficient value to cover the $5 billion shortfall between how much creditors are owed and how much they're getting paid, and no one has provided evidence that something was missed. So that's a citation from a different bankruptcy case, or rather, I should say, a lawsuit resulting from equity being wiped out for shareholders in another bankruptcy case, and the court ruled, hey, no, your equity was wiped out and you knew this was happening. It was in the documentation. You get nothing. People above you didn't get anything. Even if something were to happen, you can't get equity because people above you didn't get paid, and they're above you in the waterfall structure of how people are getting paid. So this, like, just absolutely destroys anything that any of the Bed Bath & Beyond apologists have been saying for the last month. What's happening? The Bed Bath & Beyond shares got canceled. That's what's happening. Fun stuff. And these are just more citations that say the same stuff. The lawyer says, show me one Chapter 11 case where equity was canceled, released, extinguished under a Chapter 11 plan that went effective, and then somehow after that, equity holders got anything on account of holding those canceled shares, including them being converted into something else. I can tell you that under federal bankruptcy law, it cannot happen. The plan effective date has not occurred as far as we know. It has now. As of after he posted this, the court released the document. The effective date is here. It is today. It is the 29th of September. Forgot the month for a second, sorry. 2023. Clockwork Van, thanks for gifting 2 Tier 1 subs, and Cruelty, thanks for subscribing with Prime. The plan effective date has not occurred, it has now. So there's still time for the plan to be modified and put back through the confirmation process, but these theories are not how the effective date for the current plan could possibly not be the end for existing equity are just absurd. So, again, the effective date happened, there was not an addition to the plan that made it so they get something. They, once again, get nothing. Good day, sir. Who could have seen this coming? Who could have seen this coming? This is an old video. This is from 4 months ago. Let's be petty.
What's going on? Good to fucking see you guys, man.
Oh wait, someone says relevant. Let's see, what is it? You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
7B of the contract signed for yourself in this.
I love that he opens the door even though it's just an open, safe, cut in half. Very strange decision for the half office for Willy Wonka, but we lost a treasure with Gene. He really was one of the best of them. What a good fucking performer. Love that man. Anyway, back to 4 months ago when PP still had dreams.
Man, so my question is, where's the fucking shills at? Where's the
fucking shills at, man?
fucking haters? Where's the people who are pushing this shit is going to a fucking $0, man?
Man,
They're fucking gone.
Where are the shills at, man? Saying it's gonna go to 0. BBBYQ. And here's the frustrating thing. I talked about this before. God damn it. One sec. Do I think people will have a show Monday? He's apparently streaming tonight at some point, which will be interesting to watch, that's for sure. Here's the frustrating thing. Let me pull it up for you guys so you can see it. The shares are canceled. However, the way that this often works is it'll freeze at the last price. So even though the shares are canceled and worth nothing, you can't buy them, you can't trade them, they literally don't exist, just the way some apps and websites work when they report this stuff. It just freezes at the last thing, and then it usually has an asterisk that says, like, oh, this has been canceled, it doesn't exist anymore. So now, I would imagine they're going to be saying, well, it didn't go to 0. Okay, you guys are the ones that are focused on the 0. For a while, we've been saying it's canceled. Canceled is 0, but you're so focused on this number that even though you can't do anything with this, they're going to be like, oh my god. Pain in the ass. So that'll be fun.
They're full of shit.
Profane Priestess says, fun fact, Wilder hated doing takes of that scene before he really liked the children, and he always worried that his yelling would upset the actor. Oh, sweet guy.
Shit the whole fucking time. All right? Anybody who...
Yeah, same thing happens if you look up Twitter, Sears, same thing.
Push that this stock...
Let me see, I'll show you, for example, Sears, stock price. I should be able to find this somewhere. Oh, this one actually says data not currently available, so that's good. Look at this one. Ah, see, this one does. This one shows it even though it's been canceled a long time ago. So, again, we're going to be seeing these people desperately coping for a while. There are still people who think they're going to get money for their Sears shares, so don't assume that this means that it's over for the Bed Bath & Beyond people. Unfortunately, they will keep going. Oh, good news, by the way. You guys know Dan? Olsen? Line goes up. He's rendering his meme stock video right now, so it'll be out soon. It'll be out tonight if it renders correctly, if not, sometime this weekend or Monday.
The 0 man, you guys
So
are
if you're excited for Dan's new video like I am, there you go.
so full of shit. Stock's retracing back up to fucking 30 cents, so...
Wow, 30 cents. That's amazing.
I'm finding it hard to believe, man, just when things are getting fun, man.
Dan has a good, like, sense of timing, I think. He got out the problem with NFTs, or line goes up, like, right before the NFT crash. And now this is happening right as Bed Bath & Beyond is hitting the ground. It's nice.
And things are getting interesting. Everyone decided to bail. Where's the shills at, man?
Where's the shills at, man? Where's Pee-Pee? Where's Michael? Where's ABC telling me they're gonna be rich? Where the shills at, man?
Where's the people who are pushing the 0 fucking bullshit?
If you found out you didn't do a voiceover on canceling Dan Olsen, I did not do a voice actor thing. I would. I'd love to. I love Dan. We talked a little bit, but no. I did not do a voiceover. Maybe in the future.
Shit, right? Where's the Chapter 7 fucking liquidation
Sorry, is that $0.30? Yes, and that was 4 months ago. Today it's at, well, today it was at 7 cents, but now the stock is canceled, so it's worth 0 now.
bullshit? Why the fuck is IEP down to fucking under 20 bucks today? After hours, I think it's back up over 20, but still, man, I mean, clearly there's a fucking connection here. A lot of people who are pushing this fucking bankruptcy shit, pushing this fucking...
They're bankrupt! What are you talking about, PP?
Whatever fucking bullshit.
How long was BBBYQ under $1? Months and months and months. Months and months and months. Since the beginning of their bankruptcy. I've not seen Cosmic Fury yet, no.
$4? Your asses are fucking...
I did hear about the finale, though, and the evil Z-Wave. Interesting concept. I like it. Good mirroring of Countdown to Destruction.
Quiet now, all right? So, what do you have to fucking say now, bitches? Quiet now, all right? So, what do you have to fucking say now, bitches?
Can I just want this. I'm gonna download this video real quick, because I need it. I need it. YouTube downloader. Give me a sec so I can do this. Oh god, fuck off with all these redirect bullshit things. It's downloading. Love when I cackle. Oh yeah. I'm a bitch. I don't know if you're familiar. I'm a bitch. Sorry, there's a ton of different formats they're giving me, so I'm trying to... 360p, fuck it, good enough. The download has started. Has it, though? I don't see it. Where is it? Are you just gonna give me malware? God damn it. Great. Well, that didn't work. I'll figure it out later. Or I'll just pull it from this stream. Here, I'll make it real nice and clean for myself. J.I. Law says that last line needs to be a sound alert for reasons. Hold on, let me get it clean. No one do anything.
$0. Your asses are fucking quiet now. All right? So what do you have to fucking say now, bitches?
We did it. Okay. Thanks, peeps. Peeps! That came out of nowhere. Apparently I'm calling them peeps now. Oh, there's Dan Olsen tweeting about his video. It must be uploading. Must have worked. Tim and Daisy, thanks for 5 months. Let's find some of their other posts. Okay, here's actually someone I think who's mad at Pee-Pee and the people. Cashel, Gladio says you should use "What the duck do you have to say now, bitches?" as a soundbite for moments on where people are supremely confident in a very unearned way. I want to get one of those Stream Deck things so I can have sound effects I can just trigger by pressing them. Be nice. I need to complete my transformation into obnoxious daytime radio DJ. It's basically what I do anyway. Anyway, this person says, "Ah, well, credit to you who believed. We win. We lose some. Now, Pee-Pee, Pulte, and their little group must be called out. They shilled everyone. I've called it for ages and received many downvotes, but I'll take my 15K loss here. As I still hold plenty of DRS GME. Oh, good. You have GameStop shares that are going to be worthless soon." Never let Pee-Pee, Pulte, or their crew transfer their next grift to GME. Call them out and warn others. It's been a pleasure riding with you guys. Sorry to all like me who lost out on the side quest was a bust. Imagine having $15,000 disappear and you're like, that's a side quest. Jesus Christ, what an asshole. Someone says, nah, no credit to the people that wouldn't listen and fell for this bullshit. This place has been told for months that this was happening. And someone says, fuck off, you complete bellend. No need for this shit right now. Grow the fuck up and go back to shagging your sister, you petty, weak arsehole. Dancing on a grave is what you're doing. With how shitty the Bed Bath & Beyond people have been to everyone else who has been warning them for months about this, and they have the audacity to be like, be nice to me now that you were right, though. How about you go fuck yourself? Jesus. Alright. Moving on again. Oh, by the way, Bed Bath & Beyond has a new name because, of course, the company basically dissolved today. Any further liquidation or legal action is going through one person who is basically the person who represents Bed Bath & Beyond now. Except the thing is, Bed Bath & Beyond, they don't own that name anymore. They sold it to Overstock.com. So now, this is the filing for their new company name, guys. Aren't you so excited for the new company that used to be Bed Bath & Beyond? The new company name is 202309330-DK-Butterfly-1 Incorporated. That's catchy. Hey, you guys want to go down to 202309330-DK-Butterfly-1 Incorporated? We'll pick up some baby stuff. My understanding of this is basically it's a designation that's very specific because, you know, it's in bankruptcy. It exists on paper, it's just there for legal purposes, and this number and word thing is just a filing system, basically. It's generic, it's random, lets them identify without it getting confused with anything else. However, some of the Bed Bath & Beyond apes have decided that because the word butterfly one second. I'm trying to see if it's in this book. It might not be. If not, it's in another book that I'll show you. Yeah, it's not in this one. Okay, so they think because butterfly is in this that it's representative of a change, of a transformation, of, you know, a cocoon, you know? Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond is going into a cocoon and coming out as Teddy or whatever. And here you see on this Teddy book, which I have, it has, you know, in loving memory of my dad, Teddy, or Ted, which is Ryan Cohen's father. But on another one of the Bed Bath, or rather, another one of the Teddy books, that dedication page happens to have a butterfly on it. So you can imagine that they connected the dots on that, and, you know, straight up Delulu. Straight up Delulu stuff. Oh, how's Ryan Cohen doing, I wonder?
Back to Morning Trade Live. I'm Caroline Woods filling in for Oliver Rennick. It's time for our developing story. Jenny Horn is back. She has the latest on the SEC investigation of Ryan Cohen. So, Jenny.
Wait a minute. I was told that the investigation into Ryan Cohen was just FUD and that it wasn't real and that they were probing, not investigating, which are clearly different in this context. Are they using a butterfly cocoon metaphor? You bet they are. The kids call it DK butts.
The SEC investigating those surprise trades of Ryan Cohen's of Bed Bath & Beyond shares that netted him what? A nice $60 million profit? $60 million.
Boy, I sure do wonder where that profit came from. I wonder if it was extracted from retail investors.
$1 million. Yeah, not too shabby for Ryan Cohen. And I remember this so vividly because initially we saw shares
Her makeup is very pretty. I love her eye makeup. Goddamn.
surge and then completely fall on news of his sale. So not surprising to see the delayed timing of these SEC lawsuit, as it typically takes between 1 and 2 years. This did occur back in August of 2022, so that's why it's occurring now. But all things considered, I mean, Cohen did take a $120 million stake of Bed Bath & Beyond and had promised some changes to the overall company, then selling his near 12% stake in August of 2022, just days after tweeting positively about the company and making that profit, like you said, of around $60 million. The 5-month investment did net that $60 million, but also he did remain on as an activist investor in the company. But all in all, the interest in the company did spur this frenzy of trading, and this was back when meme stocks were still all of the rage, so it was definitely under much more scrutiny then.
Coming on at 8:30 Central tonight? Oh, they're going to be on really late. Okay, at least for me, because I'm in Eastern time zone.
The SEC has now requested information about Cohen in regards to his trades and communications with the officers and boards directors at Bed Bath & Beyond. They're also seeking records from former and current board members of the company. A group of Bed Bath & Beyond investors, though, did...
Regression to the mean is a technical way of saying that things tend to even out over time. Basically, the idea is that in a bubble, if you look at a chart of a bubble, the ending result is called the return to the mean. And part of the investigation is basically the idea that financial bubble. I need to put financial. Duh. Here we go. If you look at like a textbook, literally a textbook example of the typical trend of a bubble. You have all these things: bear traps, media attention, enthusiasm, greed, delusion, new paradigm, denial, return to, quote, normal, which is like the dead cat bounce, basically, fear, capitulation, despair, and then return to mean. So it'll usually dip below the mean as people are like, oh, fuck, 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 and then it'll kind of go wherever the mean is. What the actual price value should be in non-bubble situations, if that makes sense.
did sue Cohen last year in D.C. federal court.
Couldn't help it. Oh God, what is it?
Fucking bubbles!
Fucking bubbles. God damn it. It's a shame so many of those goddamn memes are just all connected to Doug. That is a shame.
Alleging that he did commit fraud because he was aware of bad news about the company and it hadn't been disclosed that when he sold his shares. They claim the statements on Twitter and the SEC filings were part of this pump and dump scheme to then profit even further. According to the investors' lawsuits, he misled these investors on August 12th of 2022 by tweeting the moon, which of course is read by those Reddit investors as to the moon, which
Reddit investors. Parentheses, derogatory.
which is part of the lawsuit about a year ago. Now, he did respond to the lawsuit denying any fault, really saying that he was just seeing a valuation change and that's why he sold his shares. That was dismissed. But now the SEC coming back again to revisit this case. The company, Bed Bath & Beyond, did file bankruptcy in April as it closed hundreds of stores last year. But this was a pretty major event. Shares sold off 34% on the session following news of Cohen dumping his shares, and it has never really recovered. They did have their own issues, of course. This was a company that was fundamentally flawed, but this really then set a new range for the stock that it was never able to rebound fully from. And timing was interesting again because we were seeing such a surge in some of these meme stocks. AMC, GameStop, other names come to mind. So will be interesting to see how this plays out, although I will say he was able to skate by on the first lawsuit from federal court.
Yeah, that's true, and really goes to show the power of a moon emoji. Have to say, I literally just threw out a huge stack of Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. RIP to those 20% off coupons. Jenny Horn, thanks so much.
Thanks,
Doesn't she know she can use them on the new overstock?
Caroline.
That's hilarious. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. Ryan Cohen can get fucked. Oh, Ryan Cohen, speaking of, guys, Ryan Cohen was made the CEO of GameStop. And he posted a really obnoxious email to all of the workers of GameStop. I should probably pull this up to show you. Ryan Cohen email. Let's read the email that Ryan Cohen sent to GameStop employees. He sucks so bad. Ryan Cohen has yet to make a profitable company. Chewy existed and was bought out specifically because they were using venture capital funds to undercut the competition. Kind of like the Michael Scott Paper Company. Has anyone seen The Office? You guys are probably familiar with The Office. You know how the Michael Scott Paper Company was bleeding money and couldn't continue to operate because they were basically selling paper at a loss? But the other company didn't know that. So they bought out the Michael Scott Paper Company, and Michael and Pam and Ryan got their jobs back in a little payment or whatever, just because even though their business was failing and wouldn't work, they were still hurting the bottom line of Dunder Mifflin. In this case, something similar happened. Chewy was eating into the bottom line of PetSmart, Petco, other pet food companies, and different pet care companies, even though it was not really a profitable, sustainable business at the prices they were selling for. But it was a big enough issue that they bought Ryan Cohen out. Then he jumped into GameStop. He's been there for years. He has not been able to make them profitable. The thing that he brought to the table? Fucking NFTs. And we all know how that turned out. So now, this fail-son piece of shit, this tech bro, fin bro asshole who has failed upward, has the audacity to send this email to real employees who are doing actual work at GameStop. What has he done? Has he ever done a real day's work in his life? I kind of doubt it. Let's take a look. Here's the email subject, survival. I'll be straight to the point. It is not sustainable for GameStop to operate a money-losing business. Oh, fucking hot take. Maybe he is a friend of Pulte. They seem to share the same genius-level business advice. Guys, let's just not lose money. Let's just be a profitable business. Isn't that your job? You're the CEO. That's your job. They're there to sell shit. What the fuck? The mission is to operate hyper efficiently and profitably. Ooh, now you plan to operate profitably. That's new. Our expense structure must allow us to endure any adverse scenario, whether it's a difficult economy or revenue deceleration from shrinking software. We must be profitable. Our job is to make sure GameStop is here for decades to come. Oh, that's not happening. Extreme frugality is required. Every expense at the company must be scrutinized under a microscope and all waste eliminated. The company has no use for delegators and money wasters. I expect everyone to treat company money like their own and lead by example. Literally, it's your money, man. This is on you. Like, you are so desperately trying to shovel off responsibility for this onto random minimum wage employees. Fuck off. You're a billionaire. Your money's at stake. Pay your employees better if you want them to care. You expect to just fucking yell at them into giving them what? What? I already see GameStops where people are like one person at a time is staffed there. Like, how do you want the employees to cut down on expenses? Like, what do you think they're doing? GameStops are already incredibly mismanaged and stripped to the bone. What do you want them to do? You can't squeeze blood from a rock. GameStop is that rock. Prospering in retail means survival. If we survive, we stay in the game. Survival is avoiding the deadly sins that often lead retailers to self-destruct. This is usually a result of the following: buying bad inventory, using leverage, and running expenses too high. By avoiding these self-inflicted mistakes and focusing on basics, GameStop can be here for a long time. Again, these are not typical employee issues. This is managerial. Like, this is regional, like, managers. Like, why did you send this to everyone? Like, this has nothing to do with individual employees at the store. This is about people doing the ordering. This is about people, like, signing off on expense reports. So bizarre. I expect everyone to roll up their sleeves and work hard. I'm not getting paid, so I'm either going down with the ship or turning the company around. I much prefer the latter. By the way, let me be clear. Fuck Ryan for being like this. I'm not getting paid. Let me be clear about something, Ryan. You know why you're not getting paid right now? A salary, which is your decision, I guess. Because you have a large stake in the company. You are paid in stock, and the value of the stock will increase if the company does well. You are a billionaire. Alone, I'm not kidding, guys. Apparently, his Apple stock, because he's a rich asshole who owns a lot of stock. His Apple stock that he gets dividends in, he gets $6 million a year in dividends just from his Apple stock. The idea that there's something similar in any way to Ryan Cohen, the billionaire who's making millions of dollars a year already on dividends from other companies he's invested in, the idea that he's trying to compare him not receiving a salary for his bullshit CEO position and comparing it to the struggles of minimum wage workers makes me want to have an aneurysm. Like, it's legit disgusting. Sir, you make millions of dollars a year. You're a billionaire. You should not be taking a salary. You should never get another dollar in your entire life. You have enough. You have enough. You should be done. You should be done receiving any money. You should just have the money you have right now, and then for the rest of your life, you just gotta mete it out. Because you've been given enough. You are a billionaire, sir. You're fucking done. How dare you sit there and be like, I'm not taking a salary. Why? It wouldn't make a material difference to your life anyway. You could lose half your fucking money. You could lose 90% of your money, and you'd be richer than 99.9% of people who have ever lived. Fuck you. God, these people are the worst. H-Beard says, get GameStop profitable. 1, only turn the lights on when a customer is there. 2, only flush the employee toilet once per day. If it's yellow, let it mellow. 3, steal pens and paper from another business in your strip mall. There, my consultation fee is $3 million. DM Trey, thanks for 41 months. Says 41 months. Anyway. So fuck Ryan Cohen. The Bed Bath & Beyond people and some of the GameStop people also, by the way, recognize that makes him look so bad and out of touch that they literally started a conspiracy that it's not real. Like, to be clear, this has been reported by, like, the major outlets. This is not something that hasn't been confirmed. Like, this is a confirmed leak. He emailed that. But all the apes in the towel sub have decided, oh, it's a fraud. Because they can't deal with it, because in their head they've decided that Ryan Cohen is this, like, salt-of-the-earth, magnanimous, everyman billionaire, which doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. That's not a thing. I mean, what is their daily discussion thread on the PP show thread even like? It's got to be terrible, right? This has got to be a nightmare. The shares in Butterfly are for the directors. Someone says incredibly bullish. Someone says, are we bullish, boys? This person says, I have no idea. Shouldn't be bullish. The company's dissolved. This person says, guys, I've been holding for a very long time, but to me it looks like this is the end. I don't see how things can change now. I truly hope I'm wrong. Our shares have no value. It's stated in the doc. How could we receive something else in return? It doesn't make sense. Someone says, if Butterfly is a new company, we can still be issued shares in that. No, you can't. You have nothing. You are not entitled to anything. How do you not understand this still? The person who's right, by the way, is getting downvoted. This person says, I make my own investment decisions. I choose to hold this until zero if that's the case. I think you should get a life and stop spending time in subreddits you have no interest in. Again, it's done. It's already over. This was posted 4 minutes ago. It's done. It's done. It's over. So you're saying I should sell my Bed Bath & Beyond stock? You know, I don't think you could. I know you're joking, but seriously, you can't sell it anymore. You can't buy or sell. It's just dead. It's dead, Jim. This person says, you can't know as the plan can be amended up until November. It is not getting amended in that way. They would have to re-vote on it, and they're not going to do that. It's over. This person says, might be tinfoil, but calling it Butterfly seems intentional. I just can't believe these people. It's delusion on levels I didn't know was existent, and it's kind of scary. You submitted it to the Discord just in case you wanted it for later, but Queen Dedulo is settled in a small town on school property. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to save this for tinfoil. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you. Oh, this is lovely. This is so delusional and lovely. I just gotta read it to you, okay? So this was their cope earlier today. They did a whole fan fiction about what they were gonna do once they became rich. So let's read this together, shall we? By the way, if anyone points it out, apparently this is a reuse of a copy pasta from like a GME thing years ago, so they can't even come up with original cringe. It's cringe from the GameStop people. Anyway, okay, let's get to it. Can I from here go to the next one? Or do I have to? It's annoying. Okay, this says, picture the scene. Sometime in the near future, you go to a bar to meet an old friend. It's been a while since you last caught up. He's already waiting there for your arrival. Recently, you've come into some considerable wealth. Naturally, you've offered to pay for the evening's expenses beforehand. There is really only real topic to be discussed. I assume that's supposed to be one. There is really only real topic. I assume that's supposed to be only one. They couldn't even get that right. The recent extraordinary and almost unbelievable change in your circumstances. Friend. Hey man, I still can't believe everything that happened to you. Me either. Friend. I mean, last I heard about Bed Bath & Beyond going bankrupt, but some people still investing in it. Didn't look too much into it. But like, I guess everyone else, I thought these people were just crazy and stupid. You. Well, yeah, friend. But then when I saw the news about this MOAS thing coming out of that, well, it's insane, right? I remember watching the news about it thinking, damn, those crazy sons of bitches to get so rich so quickly from just a complete gamble. You. Friend. But you guys, what do you call yourselves again? Apes, is it? You. Yeah, some of us also call ourselves bobbies and others peepees. Friend. That's right. Well, whatever you call yourselves, let me just say congratulations. Really, I didn't think anyone I knew would be getting that kind of good fortune, but you got lucky, buddy. You're so damn lucky. Can you imagine? Do you know what they're upset about at this point? Just curious. In this hypothetical they made up. You stare into your icy drink and begin to recall the events that have taken place from that time and earlier in the year that your friend had vague memories of up until now. You remember your luck to hear about something on Reddit a long time ago about some kind of free money glitch, and not immediately dismiss it like similar stories before. You remember your luck to get past that initial skepticism, look into this news some more and read the basic DD, go along with it even not fully understanding it, and buy a few shares in the hopes of getting some spending money if it squeezes to 1,000. You remember your luck to watch the price of that stock go up some more, then suddenly come crashing down, and down, and down more, but still not sell your few shares because that's just not how you were brought up to be by your folks. Your folks taught you to lose money? What? You remember your luck to see your original investment fall by 80%, curse your misfortune, but still hang around and do more of your own DD, read more news, self-study, sitting on the toilet, laugh at more memes, and buy more. You remember your luck to go down numerous rabbit holes of learning about how the financial markets really work, becoming increasingly shocked and disgusted at the corruption and criminality that goes on every day, but just ignored by the government, media, and most of the general public. You remember your luck to follow the entrepreneur who helped get you into that original trade, take an interest in another similar play, and doing more self-research to see if this might also be good investment as well. Jesus Christ. We're halfway through, by the way. We're now halfway through. First name bunch of numbers says, this has so much 13-year-old posting on fanfiction.net energy. What, you're not a Wattpad fan? You remember your luck deciding it's worth putting a small amount of money into after considering the potential risks and rewards, but continuing to still do more research and monitor how the company and its stock performs. I like that they're like, oh, all along they're acting as though they're very, like, in touch with what's going on at the company, but they don't even understand what the bankruptcy was. Kind of funny. You remember your luck in finding the same idiosyncratic patterns in this company's stock as the entrepreneur's previous investment, but with the potential for a faster endgame to come from this if compared to the other stocks, you still continue to hodl. You remember your luck to use that understanding as well as higher tolerances of risk than most others to put your capital into this trade and buy more BBBY. You remember your luck to see your investment immediately paying off with the share price going up on the back of the entrepreneur proactively trying to turn the company's performance around. That's the pump. In the biz, we call that the pump. You remember your luck in learning about the stock's cyclical patterns of going up and down. Stocks do be going up and down, though. With your past learning helping you to realize the cause is fuckery, and it's worth putting a little more money into as the eventual payoff outstrips the initial risks. Do they understand risk and reward? I don't think they do. Like, risk isn't like, it's like they think there are risk tokens that you put into a machine and it pays out reward. Like, that's not how everything works. Sometimes things are just risky and there's no reward. Risk does not inevitably mean reward. You remember your luck to see the price go up dozens of % on some days, some crashing by the same on others. Be zen, not care because the price ain't right, and keep buying more, little by little. You remember your luck in then seeing the entrepreneur abruptly exit their investment, the share price fall dramatically. This is the dump. But having the skepticism to look more in depth and realize there's more to that version of events than what might initially meet the eye. Like the Decepticons. You remember your luck at not getting the constant bad news about the company, or rather, not letting the constant bad news about the company, the constant poor announcements, the constant share price falling, and the general constant negativity not get you down, but instead, again, look under the cover and see there's opportunity. Apropos of the risk discussion.
I don't get it. I don't get what I did wrong.
Not everything's a lesson, Ryan. Sometimes you just fail.
That's a good, yeah, that's good advice. Yeah. Sometimes you just fail. Not everything needs to have a big wrap-up speech. Sometimes shit just happens, you know. It's how I feel, like, it's like the end of, hold on. This is how I feel. In my head, it's just, it's me and Dan Olsen having this discussion, like, just virtually. It's just me and Folding Ideas having this goddamn discussion at the close of all this bullshit today.
What do we learn, Palmer?
I don't know, sir.
Wait, it's a little quiet. Let me turn this up.
What do we learn, Palmer?
I don't know, sir.
I don't fucking know either. I guess we learned not to do it again.
Yes, sir.
Well, fucked if I know what we did.
Yes, sir. It's hard to say.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Beautiful. Someone let me know if Dan's video comes out, by the way. So I know he's working on it. Trying to get it uploaded tonight. You remember your luck to get past the hype days that didn't work out, the TA that fell flat, the SEC rules that weren't enforced, unfair dark pools, wash sales, naked shorting, bond deals falling through, and still get over these injustices to buy some more. You remember your luck to not listen to FUD, weekend shills, weekday shills, forum sliding, shady DMs, fiendish posts, snide accusations, turncoat DD writers, planted mods, civil war ravaged by subs, mass migrations, not care about any of it and still keep buying. It's so funny, like, the turncoat DD writers. That means people who previously had said, like, maybe this thing will happen good, and then later they were like, maybe we were wrong, guys. That's being a turncoat. Planted mods. Literally, this is in reference to the fact that there were mods on the PP subreddits and BBBY subreddits that, you know, eventually woke up. And we're like, oh, this is not working out, guys. But they were never really holders. There's no true holder of Bed Bath & Beyond would ever decide to sell something Scotsman. You get it. You remember your luck to ignore what little good news the company came out with, still leading to price drops, ignore negative articles in the financial media, ignore the laughter from friends and family who think you're an idiot, and most of all, ignore Kramer and still use whatever money you had left to buy a little more BBBY. You remember your luck to take the meager, cryptic messages from the entrepreneur, accept they can't say much openly, read various theories, conclude there's still more to this than what others might lead you to believe, and still buy a little more when possible. You remember your luck to get over the shock of the company saying they're keeping bankruptcy at bay, but then immediately file for Chapter 11 after that. Not to panic like many others, rationally examine the evidence and conclude the thesis is still around. Rational. I think we have different definitions of rational, maybe. Or at least different premises. Profane Priestess with 60 bits says, look, we all fantasize about wealth. I fantasize about being able to complete my master's and doctorate without debt. About owning a house, about being able to fund my transition without worry. You know the saying, if wishes were poppies, we'd all be dreaming. Truth is, You don't desire wealth. You desire the agency that wealth can provide. Your enemy is not poverty. Your enemy is capitalism. Instead of wishing for wealth, dream of a world where you don't need wealth to be free. Ooh, that's good. That's good. I like that. You remember your luck to look into the countless dockets to search for clues what might be really going on. Award awesome DDs, upvote funny memes, help newbie bobbies. Make a few info sharing posts yourself, keep convictions firm, and still buy more. You remember your luck to get over all the aborted dead ends, all the stakeholding horse or the stalking horses that disappointed rather. The auction that seemingly failed, the exit plan that failed to help protect your investment, but despite all these frustrations and disappointments, decide to keep holding and see the trade through the next end, zero or hero. Sorry, real quick, I just remembered I gotta actually do something. I want to fix a video, especially, I don't mean to be cynical, but if Dan's video is coming out, I want to make sure my more recent thing is monetized, because I'll probably get some holdover, you know. If Dan's video is popular, people will watch similar videos, so I want to make sure this is dealt with. There we go. Cool. Okay. Let me put this back on screen for you. Stromboli says, howdy Hannah, just checking in since tomorrow is probably the last day we'll be talking about BBBYQ stock. Oh, you sweet summer child. But did you find a good place for your click poster, hoping you and Baha are back to 100%? I still don't have a frame for it. I still have it. It's right here. I plan on using it. We'll be probably talking about it still. This isn't going to make them give up. It should, but it won't. You remember your luck to experience what happened next as the clock began striking midnight for news to come out on the saving grace that all the DD had speculated on for so long. The elation to see the true oh, well, this is the part where they're making shit up. I mean, it was all making shit up, but you know, like, this is the part where they're saying this is what they think is going to happen, but they're talking about it in past tense. You remember your luck to experience what happened next as the clock began striking midnight for news to come out on the saving grace that all the DD had speculated on for so long. The elation to see the true exit plan, which was not just Chapter 11 exit plan, but a hedgy, fucking, short-destroying, shill-exploding, wealth-creating 420 by 69 double D plan extraordinaire. Did Spike TV write this? You remember your luck at realizing that not only were your shares to be saved, but their continued existence suddenly represented death to the shorts, shills, meltdowner, and hedge fucks. As that realization set into them also, then having no real option but to run for the door, scrambling over each other in a pathetic heap, fighting to keep their heads above water in a panicked orgy of bullying. Oh, heaps and orgies. This is normal. Yeah, go subscribe to Dan. Why are we talking about Dan? I mean, Dan's video, I think, is coming out today, so I get it. It's folding ideas, right? Yeah, I gotta keep Dan's page up so I know when the upload goes. Anyway. You remember your luck to keep your composure as the price I thought it was going to say flatulated. Sorry, I'm 12. As the price fluctuated violently over the next few days, $1 again in pre-market back down to 10 cents by the opening bell. Heart pounding as it shoots up to $5, hands sweating as it goes back down to 2, eyes lighting up as double figures come up for the first time again for a long time before dropping again to 50 cents, all in the space of a couple of days. No sell. Diamond hands. Getting dramatic. You remember your luck to keep your wits as the mother of all FUD attacks hit. The mainstream media screaming manipulation by retail investors, each price drop announced as the end of the squeeze. Shills getting off their knees to scream warnings that the brokers will auto-close positions. FINRA will force it all down. Reddit will shut down. The SEC will halt trading. No sell. Diamond hands. You remember your luck at marveling when one day the You remember your luck at marveling when one day the volatility finally went down and the price just went up. $10 passed again, and then 30, 50, 100, 200. You remember losing sense of time. How many days now? You remember feeling like you don't know. You don't care. You remember thinking about what to do with these already unbelievable gains. No, sell. Diamond hands. You remember your luck to have had the strength to say no to your family when they begged for you to sell, to ignore the FUD you heard around you as you went about your day on how these bobbies will lose it all, to be patient when Reddit kept going down multiple times, your stock chart went offline, social media failed, no sell. Diamond hands. You remember your luck to have kept your sanity as your investment took you to millionaire status and then into multi-millionaire level, learning to breathe slowly to stop the internal panic from swallowing you whole, and then the insane price target you had set as the price for financial freedom. You remember the elation as you pressed the button to close the trade of a lifetime, of several lifetimes. Sell diamonds, lots of diamonds. This is fucking pathetic. Your eyes form a shape, lights, glistening lights, reflections of light and ice. In your glass, in your drink. A sound, a voice. It's your friend's voice. You return from the flashback to a new world you created. Friend, hey buddy, you're back. Thought you'd lost you there. You looked like you were in a dream or something. You. Oh, sorry. Friend. So like I was saying, you guys, you bobbies, you're all so damn lucky. Yeah. Lucky. That's some cope. Yikes. Did not age well, all things considered. Oh, they need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. Fade to black. Huh? Oh my goodness, this person is obsessed with the butterfly thing. In 1986, Carl Icahn is a famous venture capitalist. He'd go into failing businesses and, you know, part them out. He'd basically rip them apart, take the assets, sell them for a profit. Corporate raider. Anyway, in 1986, Carl Icahn bought 471 acres and developed on a butterfly-shaped road. They think that the fact that this man, like 4 decades ago, build something on a butterfly-shaped road has something to do with butterfly being in the name of Bedpath. Goddamn. I Cold Stare, thanks for 37 months. Goddamn, 37, huh? So the venture capitalist was like, was Trump a corporate raider? Thought he basically just did real estate shit. So far, everything that is to occur before we bank has occurred. It's baffling how shorts don't understand the process, or perhaps they do. Any are hoping we play into their FUD, although we can't sell, so I can only assume it's paid per post for them before month-end quota. Congrats on the future wealthy bobbies here. You're not wealthy! The reason you can't sell is because it's canceled. He even knows you can't sell. It's canceled. Oh, God. This person says, this is great news. FINRA closed for the day. Shorts have to cover on Monday or risk paying interest on the delisted ticker. Shorts don't have to cover per se, but capital gains are tied up until company is fully liquidated. Note that none of what this user said is true. No, the shorts won. If there are any shorts left, they won. Forrest Espion says, Hannah, you should get ChatGPT to make AI animation of that crazy thing you just read, please. I don't think, A, that they do animation as of right now. And B, I'm not super comfortable using it for something. I don't know. I feel weird using shit like that. AI and AI quote-unquote art, AI images, whatever you want to call them. They're not art, but you know what I mean. I don't know. They're interesting, but using them for my job as of right now, I don't feel comfortable with. Especially because I know so many artists, you know? Did I see the Trump fraud ruling? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know there's AI making video, but that's not ChatGPT. That's like Mid-Journey and, I think it's Mid-Journey primarily that people use for video. There are different ones. That's just funny. Oh, Kais is now officially a shareholder of Pulte Home Group, Pulte's family's company, which is funny because Pulte himself apparently owns no shares in Pulte Home Group according to a legal document that was released recently. But it's got Pulte in the name. As a Pulte Home Group shareholder, I had enough of the misuse of shareholders' invested money by this current CEO. I'm planning to travel in the coming weeks to Atlanta, Georgia to protest outside the Pulte Group headquarters against Ryan Marshall's corruption. Again, like I said, Pulte seems to be using the BBBY cult to try and continue his crusade against his family's company because he's mad that he's not in charge of it, even though he has no reason to be in charge of it. Yeesh. Big ol' yeesh. They're so obsessed with this, like, Butterfly 2, 3, and so on. The main B&B one is changed to Butterfly 1. In particular, other sub-company names have been changed in a similar manner. For example, the one at Virginia Beach now becomes Butterfly 27. 2 companies in New York are Butterfly 22, Butterfly 31. Yes, it's just what they're using, because they don't own the name Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. Oh my god. It's Twitch's biggest Bed Bath & Beyond streamer. Sad. Do I plan to cover the WGA deal? At some point, probably. I'm not, did it finally get released, like the actual deal? Because I haven't seen it. Spokane Dogman says, so do you feel that you've been a hero of sorts by trying to warn these folks, or do you feel like you failed them in some way? Just so you're aware you did everything you could and have zero to feel about, you did more than I have in your place. I don't feel like either at this point. There was a time where I felt bad that I wasn't doing more or was less successful in getting people to pull away. At least one person contacted me and did say after my appearance on the PP show they sold. So I at least helped one person, and if I helped one person, I'll take what I can get. It's not my responsibility to protect these people. I did everything in my power I could to make entertainment about it, to talk about it. That's all I can do. You know? I consider it more, and I don't consider myself a journalist. I don't have the expertise or skill to call myself that, but I think of it in those terms. I'm reporting on something, I'm investigating something, I'm talking about something, but at the end of the day, I can't get myself personally invested to that extent, otherwise it's just, you'll hurt yourself. You gotta have some sort of professional distance, and I was struggling with that at some point too. You know, earlier on when I went on the PP show, I felt really bad about it, but you gotta have some sort of professional line between yourself and the job, because otherwise it'll drive you nuts. It'll stress you out, it'll make you feel bad. I do everything I can, you know? That's all I can do. Do I think the shares would have gone up if the cabin was properly pressurized? Oh. I'm just happy for Dan, too. I'm sure he's been stressed out. I don't think there's, like, anyone else who understands how crazy this is. I'm not trying to be weird and parasocial, but I think Dan's the only one who understands the depths of how nuts all of this is. Oh, this is the page from, the Teddy book that has butterflies on it that they're using to try and justify as, more, you know, John does too. That's actually two. I'm sorry. Let me give some special shout outs since we're coming to the end of the Bed Bath & Beyond thing. I got to meet John through this, and John is fucking awesome. He really is. He seems like a cool guy. He's a great creator. I respect, like, the work he puts into things, and his content is just great. So if you haven't found John, I met him through this whole debacle, and I cannot recommend him more. Seriously, let me give you guys a lesson. Let me give you guys a link, and he can give you a lesson. I'm spelling it wrong. I always spell it wrong. Is it U-J-A-U-W-N or just J-A-U-N? There he is, J-A-U-W-N. I will post a link right here. Hydrate. Baja definitely knows. I was talking in terms of creators, but Baja definitely knows the depths of this. I have so shared this with her, and she's sent me stuff too in her own spare time. She does. I love my wife. Unstable Deadbeat says, come on, why else would anyone put a bear and a butterfly on the same cover? Baja does know the troubles I've seen. Baja is my partner and best friend. Jake doesn't know shit. Jake doesn't know anything about this shit. John. Yeah, so check him out. Who else? Dan Olsen, of course. Like I said, his video's coming out later. That's just the filing for their new name. Oh, more butterflies. Because, you know, butterflies never show up in children's books. Oh, they went back to Ryan Cohen back in January posting some kind of meme from Titanic with a butterfly clip. And oh my god, Bed Bath & Beyond at one point tweeted a pillow with a butterfly. The tinfoil is really breaking down here. This is like bad even by tinfoil standards. Gnome Pickle says, so I don't mean to be that guy, but what's the smiling grandpa in the books next to the kids who look really uncomfortable? It's a children's book series. Ryan Cohen, the current CEO of the current CEO of GameStop, has made. He used to be invested in Bed Bath & Beyond, but then he allegedly pump and dumped it and got out, like last year. But the people who are still in the stock cult for Bed Bath & Beyond think that these books hold secret messages for them. It's really stupid. Very stupid. We have gone beyond. We are beyond Bed Bath & Beyond. We don't need another hero. Thanks for the link, Profane Priestess. I'll take a look later. How are the Bed Bath & Beyond people taking this? They're not taking it. They're just deluding themselves. They have completely ignored it. They're pretending it's not real. Which I know sounds stupid, but that's only because it is. Stream announcement. What does that mean? They doing it right now? It literally just says stream announcement. Are they going to edit the information in? It's kind of funny. The kids are really scared of smiling grandpa and their implications in those pictures. Yeah, you're reading. They're just bad kids books. It's just that they're bad kids books. They're not sinister. They're just poorly done, I think. Bed Bath & Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah. We don't need another hero. We don't need another way home. All we wanted was beyond the Thunderdome. Fuck, I want to watch Thunderdome. Unstable Deadbeat says, oh my god, I just realized we have a butterfly conservatory in the city where I live. I'm part of the conspiracy. And I hate butterflies. So take that as you will. I'm your current favorite comedian. Am I a comedian? Is that what I am? I don't know what my job is. I just show up. Let's read some more of the up-to-date, real-time commentary from the Bed Bath & Beyond people, okay? Don't call it a weird butterfly thing. Pundit, I think pundit's fair too. I either go with pundit or investigatory entertainer, whatever the fuck that means. Pundit makes more sense though. Right on, Stromboli. My job is to be your parasocial friend. Do I do a good job? How am I doing? Edutainer, sure. Noah Sampson? Okay, we'll have to take a look. Is that YouTube? Or is that Twitch? Bathtub streamer? Oh. I never call? What is this if not a call? It's a one-way call. Yeah, Adam Conover is usually good for a lot of stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at what the Bed Bath & Beyond people are saying right now. This is 2 minutes ago. I don't even consider 100 a share worth wiping my ass with. Okay, cool. Well, your shares, no one can buy them now. Because they're not existent anymore. So, okay. How long till we get our new shares and MOAS? Here's the fun thing. You don't get any. It's done. You lost. It's over. I see low price floors like $100 or so. No way anyone is selling successor shares for cheap after everything that's happened. Successor shares? Motherfucker, what are you doing? Oh my god. Is it 1 share of Teddy per share of... You guys made up Teddy. It's not real. TDDY is not a real ticker. You're literally saying, like, how many shares of this do we get for another thing? Neither exists. There are no shares of BBBY or TDDY. Neither exist anymore. Is it 1 share of Teddy per share of Bed Bath & Beyond? If we don't get 1-to-1, who do we call to correct the issue? Don't want to be shortchanged by bad actors. Are we expecting the share by Sunday night? I'm not even... Real quick, Fennec-Gami with 50 bits says, maybe I should alert the multiverse monarch that the BBBY cult are trying to still steal her butterfly aesthetic. A VTuber fan base might be able to pull these assholes, put these assholes in their place. Oh yeah, they use the R slur a lot. Anyway, I'm not the kind of person that's like, I told you so, but there's a little bit of that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a human being. Vindictiveness is not something that I am entirely immune to, but that's not even what's frustrating to me here. Yeah, I don't... one sec. But it's frustrating that, like, even... I've talked about it before as the, I think, Roadrunner dilemma. Don't know what to call it. Because they've run off the cliff. And they're gonna fall to their financial doom. But they refuse to look down like Wile E. Coyote and see that they're off the cliff. You know? I think more financial things should be explained through Looney Tunes similes. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. It's weird to me that the rug is pulled out from under them and they don't even realize, like, they're just gonna keep going. Sad. Gnome Pickle says, when does the magical fairy descend from the Tree of Wishes to give me a big bag of money? I have been such a good boy. Shills got paid to work today, but since none of us can sell anyway, it seems like another loss for the hedgies. Bad money management, Kenny boy. TikTok. Have you considered that people aren't shilling and they're just making fun of you and they're not paid to do so? Like, the closest person who gets paid to do this is me. And I'm not getting paid by hedge funds. I'm getting paid by random people on the internet who think this is funny. Right? People in your subreddit aren't getting paid. Just like you guys. Someone says, I don't really understand the point is at this juncture since we can't sell or buy. Man, it's almost like these people aren't being paid to convince you of something and they're just trying to make fun of you and or warn you. Huh. Weird. Okay, I see new company and canceled shares. Where does it state shareholders get anything? Not FUD. Want to know. Look for S3 tomorrow on SEC Edgar site. Then look for amended plan. There's no amended plan. Butterfly suggests something new and beautiful is going to emerge. Odd choice of name if everything is just getting killed. Oh my. This is bad. This is so bad. Are there even newer ones? I'm kind of obsessed now, sorry. What do I set my limit sell to? You can't sell it! There's nothing! You get nothing! You can't sell it! Stroboli says, non sequitur, but what are your thoughts on Timothy Oliphant? Is it possible to only be bisexual for one person? It is. And also, I liked him in, the Santa Clarita Diet. I haven't seen him in many things. I guess he's a good-looking guy. I don't know much about his personality, though, but, like, just in terms of physical, like, he's a nice-looking guy, I guess. And yeah, you can be attracted to someone and not necessarily be attracted to everyone else in their gender or anyone else. It happens. H-Beard says, assuming the government shuts down tomorrow, they'll make something up about how something couldn't be filed with the SEC until the government reopens. Oh my gosh. It's so stupid, it's gotta happen, right? What's the harder delusion, this or the Dallas Q cult? Dallas Q cult. At least they're all living together. That's real dedication. Oh, sorry, that's the GME meltdown. I wanted PP. Yikes. I guess let's see what Michael was talking about. Oh, no, this one's really quick. This is only a minute. This person posted this last night. Bad prediction, I'm guessing.
Where is BBBYQ going next? Should you buy, sell, or maybe wait? In this video, I'm going to cover technical analysis, price predictions, forecasts, and outlooks. All below 2 minutes time. It's all going to be around 1 minute. So make sure to keep watching till the end. Let's get right into the sauce. To give you all the technical analysis and everything that I just mentioned, I'm going to use my strategy that has previously got for me 400 plus wins. So actually in the last 6 to 7 months. So yeah, that being said, let's get into the sauce. BBBYQ has right now just tapped into the supply area and today has gone down around 21%. Once again, just delivering bearish as it has been doing for the last few kind of weeks. And so I've been covering BBBYQ for quite a while. So if I just go BBBYQ here, you're going to see before, after proof. Okay, before, after proof. These are all BBBYQ wins. If I just remove the Q at the end, you're going to see BBBYQ here. So what are my thoughts on BBBYQ? I said if I get the confirmation I'm bearish, and this is how my kind of outlook looked like on BBBYQ. Right there, that I was expecting the lows to continue to get cleared. My prediction is still exactly the same. So let me know what is your opinion on that. But again,
I mean, I guess at least he's bearish, but why is he even talking about it the day before it's getting canceled? Strange. Oh, that was right after that. I want the more recent one, though. How's folding ideas? New video? No. God damn it. Okay, so let's see what Michael was up to earlier today.
Actually,
He started this muted accidentally.
Goldman Sachs and Citadel, not just Citadel.
Don't understand the whole diamond hands, paper hands thing. Doesn't paper beat rock? It's not supposed to be a rock, paper, scissors metaphor. It's just diamonds are strong, so you hold on to it strong. But paper hands are easily destroyed and you let go of the stock.
Like something's changing, right? Oh, and FINRA, right? Like all four of those people seem to be kind of central to this whole kind of oh, thanks, man. To this scheme that's been going on, and now they're getting in trouble. So it seems like the people pulling the strings, the people in power, it's shifting, and that gets me super excited. And it seems that being there in Florida, one, interacting with Pulte, but also just being there, and I did drive around a bit. It just seems that I don't know. There's just these different. There's enough people fed up with what Amazon has done, and Citadel.
The ginger guy is a Bed Bath & Beyond holder. He's one of PP's friends. Stromboli says, "You sound like a man with a paper asshole was a common expression in my family, meaning you didn't know what you're talking about. Maybe there's a connection?" I guess.
That they're willing to...
Who's supposed to be Pinocchio in the Mayo Lovers profile picture? That is Kenny. He's the head of Citadel Securities. They blame him because his company does short selling. That's it. He's become emblematic. He's sort of the symbol of hedge fund assholes. And I agree. Kenny absolutely is an asshole. He's a rich hedge fund piece of shit. But, you know, it's kind of funny that they don't like him considering they want to be him.
Who flip the tables and turn it on him. So, definitely excited about that.
I thought it was interesting when someone posted a picture while you guys were down there, and it was a picture of apparently the Icon Enterprises headquarters. Did you guys like stop by, get lunch by there? Were all of you guys together when you drove past that place? Was that part of like a hometown tour?
Yeah, we went and had. I actually have a video I got to edit it up of us. Wow, John at the 20. No sympathy for the devil. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Thank you for your efforts throughout this, Michael. Hey, thank you. I don't know. I mean, sorry, just to answer John's thing. I don't know if you're no sympathy for the devil. I'm not sure if you mean like. I mean, I do kind of feel bad. Like, I don't think Kenny and Doug are gonna do well in jail.
Oh my fucking god! You're losing all your money, Michael.
Certain things that are regulated. There's certain things that.
Jesus.
Monitoring, right? We're so used to being monitored by a central government.
They're gonna talk about the canceled
for
thing.
Actually, physically transacting, like shares, paper share certificates on a trading desk. So it's a very easy and all used to surround being their lender.
So no certain way, it's just that's how it is, right? And I think that we need some decentralization of the monitoring, right? We're so used to.
Sorry, there's rambling about how they want a decentralized stock market on the blockchain.
Contract with a counterparty in Brazil. It's on the blockchain. It's code is law, and it's
code is law. What the fuck? No, it's not. Code is code.
It's there, and it'll always be there. Now, someone has to find it, so there's got to be good chain analysis.
Did I ever get that loan from ABC? Nah.
But
unfortunately.
It's anyway. Let's move on. What are you showing right here, Mike?
Oh, actually, I picked the wrong one. I meant to do this one.
Oh, you didn't mean to show the document that showed that you were losing all your shares and instead have decided to ignore that? That's nice. That's rational.
Let's talk about it.
Good. So, oh yeah, also Noriko with the 20 euros is quite simple, and you all have to understand that the system is for hedgies and banks, not for retail, and all SEC, government, and so on are in it. And they will change rules or just don't follow them as they please. Yeah, and so I think that it's just not sustainable right now. No one really cares because like the people in control are getting what they want. But I think that that the people who actually understand how things work know that it's going to break if we, you know, if we don't do something about it. We got dad jokes with the 5, pair character cheerfully blowing a party horn. Heck yeah, thanks, man.
PP sucks, but he
you
has
know,
energy. Michael is such a bad streamer.
They keep using that word without a bet that Citadel and
their intent. Didn't they submit their intent to, or their intent? Didn't they communicate that they intend to move forward with a debt to equity deal? Is that what you're talking about?
still kind of makes sense. That,
Here it is.
but I think that there's a chance.
Imagine
like DSL and different things are beating them. But
yeah,
if they pair up,
imagine paying for Dish Network in 2023.
Imagine owning Bed Bath & Beyond stock in 2023. What are you talking about? You guys think Blockbuster is teaming up with your company? What?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
What ultimately happened with GameStop? It's still chugging along. The price has been down in terms of the stock. There's still a pretty fanatic fan base for Bed Bath & Beyond stock. Ryan Cohen is the CEO. They're bleeding money every quarter. They have cash on hand still because they got a bunch of money from selling stocks during the, bubble, which we're still kind of in. It's been slowly deflating, but they're losing money every quarter, so they're fucked probably. On top of that, the next Xbox doesn't have a disk drive. There's no disk drive option. That got leaked, so.
But I think that there's a chance that if
Guitar Center is still a thing.
if Dish Network and Starlink came,
I've shopped at Guitar Center for audio equipment before. I don't recommend it. They're so overpriced. I've only ever gone to Guitar Center when I needed something like right now, and I like need it. They're so overpriced.
together, and it was just all about satellites and whatnot, it would kind of make sense.
That's part of the reason why I said imagine buying Dish Network in 2023, because Starlink is on the way. Like, in the area where I live, just houses that are for sale or whatever, you just see a bunch of rundown, like...
You're not going to get the speed from Starlink that you would from, like, a wired system, whether it's fiber optic or even just copper wire. It's not going to... It's going to be faster than transmitting wirelessly from fucking space.
Like, disheveled satellites on a steel pole in people's front yards, or laying next to someone's house because they took it down forever ago, never threw it away, never set it back up, it's not in use. I've actually got one in my front yard, a Dish Network satellite that hasn't been in service for probably 10 years.
I mean, I just looked at the market cap. I wasn't planning on talking about this.
That was a Blockbuster logo. They think that Blockbuster, Toys R Us, Radio Shack, Sears, and Bed Bath & Beyond are going to be teaming up with GameStop to make an Amazon competitor. Yes, it's that stupid.
But now that I guess oh, Dish Network. So the market cap right now, 3.16 billion. I mean, apparently, it is going down quarter on quarter. Let's see the annual. Actually, that's not too bad.
Adjusted for inflation, though.
So net income. So. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so we got. So I think right here where you have the class 8.
They might actually think Circuit City too, I don't know. It's just a cavalcade of companies from the 90s.
Canceled, released, and extinguished. I think that it's like that their shares are, because I think the bonds, I don't know exactly how it works, but basically since they could be money, you could pay them or pay them in shares. That I think this language still...
You cannot be paid in shares. You cannot be given equity, and it cannot be converted because you have no more equity.
Kind of makes sense that it's like...
I loved Media Play. Holy shit, when I was a kid, I loved Media Play.
We're going to cancel the...
Media Play's where I became familiar with horror movies. Friday the 13th in particular. The covers, for whatever reason, really stuck out to me.
Bond, but we're going to give you the shares. Because the company kind of owns the bonds, even though like the bondholders
thanks for following.
Own they own equity. Anyway, since they get paid either way, I think that this language still makes sense. I mean, someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
The language makes sense in that it says your shares are getting canceled, which is what is happening.
JJ, AMC would be a better pair for streaming services. You know, I don't know. I kind of believe that maybe they might be involved as well. So you might see Blockbuster and AMC together. Yeah, so. But yes, I like where you're headed with that.
What the hell? That's crazy. I've never spent any time thinking about Dish Network at all.
And that's
but,
you know, the cigar butt. I think the thing is that we have this like expansion and contraction of the economy and of companies. You know, there's certain technology in their life cycle. But what really kind of hit Dish Network was when online gaming became a thing.
Dazed and Wandering, thanks for following. Profane Priestess says, if you haven't heard, there's a well-substantiated rumor going around that Muskrat plans on updating the TOS so we can sell people's tweets and DMs to train AI. Might want to get off the Bird app sooner rather than later. I'm sure plenty of my shit's already been scraped by AI stuff. Just think about this, chat. Think about the amount of content you have on the internet. I've been doing internet shows for 10 years. There's so much bullshit information out there. If in the year 3000 there isn't some stupid AI version of me somewhere, I'll be disappointed. Seriously. Evil AI in the future. I hereby, if you scrape this, I give you consent to make some sort of horrific Black Mirror future digital copy of me. But only if they get rights. They have to have rights. Give it bigger boobs, though. Thank you. Gnome Pickle says, pretty sure my old high school poetry still up on DeviantArt has been scraped, which means I now pity AI. Ugh. Will Hannah still bust scams in tinfoil? I hope so. Can you imagine that show? That show would be great. Hello, everyone. It's, let's see, August the 37th, 3023. Today we're going to be talking about Glorblats and the fact that they've been using 7 million trorts per cycle in order to get their investors to put their quantum manifolds into the business, and there's absolutely no chance of return on their current temporal plans. August 37th, it's 1,000 years in the future. Stuff happens. Maybe we're on a different planet that is different lengths of months, but they still named them after Gregorian months. I don't know, man. Blame the AI.
Because the latency was too high. You couldn't really online game with Dish Network, but people watching videos can do it fine. But there's still a big portion of the world that that's the only thing they offer. I mean, I know for us, where my parents live, we could barely get, the DSL we have is not real DSL. It's like, I don't know, 150, no, it would be like less, yeah, like 250 kilobytes a second or something crazy. So it's like, you could barely run a 1080p video. So if you wanted fast internet, you have to have Dish Network, you know. Selling 5% of Lego to whoever, zero. Private company doesn't mean that each change is different, right? Like Lego, why is Lego involved? Well, Lego.
Wait, what?
To the negotiation table, right? And when you have people that, someone like maybe Dish Network, say the executives, and they're like, yeah, this probably isn't going to last forever unless we make some drastic...
Joke's on you, I'm immortal now. Well, think about it this way. If the universe is infinite anyway, if the universe is infinite, that means that anything that is theoretically possible eventually on a long enough timescale will happen. So if the universe is infinite and goes on forever, in some way, shape, or form, or even goes through cycles with different permutations, if it goes on long enough, statistically, I'll just pop into existence with all my memories anyway. A bunch of atoms will randomly configure themselves at some point into me with all my memories and stuff. It won't really be me, but on an infinite probability timescale, you know, I'll pop up somewhere. I know that's not how it works.
Change, you know? I think that there's a lot of companies out there that know that they have to make some sort of change. I mean,
that's a good point.
each change is different, right? Like Lego, why is Lego involved? Well, Lego's a private company, but
for some reason they think Lego is involved in their bullshit. They're not. They aren't. They started involving Lego because Lego, I don't even remember what the specifics were. Lego put out some sets or something that they thought were tinfoil secret messaging. It was stupid.
Just because they're a private company doesn't mean
it really put the Reloaded in. No, my AI, I've already thought about this. If I woke up in the future as an AI, the channel would be called Hannah Rebooted, because even AI me has to be funny. So
mean that they might not be interested in, let's say, if they moved to T0, they could stay as a private company. There already are private companies on T0, but then it would be so much easier for them to just do an offering, you know, and be like, okay, fine, we're selling 5% of Lego to whoever, retail people.
Brickbuster Lego, thank you, that's what it was. Lego announced a set that they were doing that's like a Blockbuster video set. Let me see. Blockbuster, hold on, I gotta use a different tab for this, sorry, one sec. And then I'll show you the picture once I find it. So Lego announced that they were doing a... Actually, I could probably find a YouTube video of this. It's kind of cute, actually. Brickbuster video. A while back, I don't remember what exactly it was. It was a toy show or some sort of event. And Lego announced a nostalgia-driven Lego Blockbuster, and their booth this year was themed after it. Of course, the apes, thinking that Blockbuster is involved in their conspiracy, believes now that Lego is involved because Lego mentioned Blockbuster. It's really stupid.
Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things Lego.
Refresh streamer.
Link below to find a store near you. Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here at Comic-Con San Diego 2023, and behind me is the Lego Brickbuster video booth. So as you can see, this booth is patterned after the iconic Blockbuster design with the yellow lettering on the blue banners there, and there's tons of super fun stuff inside this booth here. They've got photo ops with Captain America.
Why would Lego invest in anything to make Lego? That's all they do. For these people's delusions.
Sonic and Star Wars. And they're showing off.
Who are the apes again? They are investors in, well, different meme stock groups. This comes out of Super Stonk, a subreddit where people who are day traders or kind of seemingly gambling addicts that focus on day trading, they call themselves apes. That's what they call themselves. So different groups have come out of Super Stonk. The GME people, they're called apes. So are the Bed Bath & Beyond people. They call themselves apes. Sometimes peepees, bobbies, towel apes.
Off lots of new Sonic and Star Wars products as well. You can build your own VHS cover. So we'll kind of launch on into the middle here, make our way around the busy crowds, which are always present here at Comic-Con. And right here you can start to see kind of the first photo op. And this is something that they've done very different this year. So they went for this sort of like 2D design, and so instead of doing the large kind of 3D build-out figures, this is more like a cardboard cutout like you would see at Blockbusters back in the day.
Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes sense. That's
so
cute. I was wondering, were they just short on time and couldn't do a big 3D one? Because I've seen them do big 3D minifigures, but no, that makes sense. It's supposed to be a cardboard cutout. The theme, duh.
We've got the shield here, and then the Captain America figure itself. So this is one of the photo ops. Then as we move over this direction, you can see a lot of the new sets they're showing off. And they've got a ton of Marvel stuff in this case. One thing that you see all throughout the booth are these really cool Lego-themed VHS covers. And I think some of these even open as well.
That's pretty cute. Sorry, now I'm just enjoying the Lego thing.
Arcade, which is fantastic.
Oh my god, the Pac-Man set they have. The Pac-Man Lego set actually works. It's mechanical. You can actually play mechanical fucking Pac-Man with it. It's wild. It's one of the coolest sets I've ever seen them make.
Hocus Pocus, of course, the massive Batcave shadow box, more Batman products.
Oh yeah, the Batman Batcave is a shadow box, so it actually closes and it's like a display piece.
More VHS tapes with Lord of the Rings, most interactive part of the whole exhibit. So this is the new releases section. And then of course they have all of the kits over here.
Yeah, Sonic.
As well. The seen at
that's cool. Look at that Sonic.
Events like Comic-Con or Legoland and places like that with the large model here. To be able to find one VHS in the entire store, and then you can see the iconic logo wall on the left there as well, which is always really cool to see the history. So lots.
Anyway, so that's why they think Lego is involved. Dumb.
And then cool, yeah, we would be able to. They would kind of keep their whole structure as far as like the power wouldn't really shift, but you know, they could raise a bunch of money.
Does Hannah want to show off her Lego gazebo? Oh yeah, this is cute. For those who don't know, Baja proposed to me using a Lego set, a custom Lego set she designed and got the pieces for and stuff. This is only a small part of it. The rest of it's downstairs, but part of it was a little Lego gazebo that had little Lego figures of her and I and our two kitties at the time. We now have 3, but our 2 kitties at the time. Very cute.
And stay essentially a private company. There could be kind of like a pseudo, like the idea of a private company and a public company might just be different. So yeah, I just think that there's a long list. I think that this one is a kind of good place to start about like who all is going to be there, right? Like is Guitar Center a public company? I don't even know. For whatever reason, but
I'm in, and I'm just looking forward to next week to see what the hell happens. And
you lose all your money. That's what the hell happens.
So and I'm going to feel good about this stock for the foreseeable. I'd say for the next 6 months, so long as it's not showing up on my ticker at 0.0001. So long.
What if it says it's canceled?
As long as it's not at 0.0001 at the bottom of the seller, I'm going to feel good about this because that's where they want it to be. And so long as it's not there, we've got a fighting chance. And I think it's, you know, timelines over the next couple days, couple weeks. Apparently, like Chapter 11 bankruptcy protections expire in January or in November, and there's something out in the future about something happening in January with it as well. I honestly don't know what any of that stuff means, but so long as it's not at 0.001, I feel good about it.
That actually reminded me of one thing I was thinking that I wanted to talk about today, which was the partial government shutdown. So
yes, coincides on October 2nd, 10:02 on the Teddy clock. What the actual tinfoil fuck?
I hate these people.
Like,
what is? So, you know, for me, like, I mean, yeah, that tinfoil connection, I was like, that is really.
Let's be clear what's happening right now. These people are so deluded about Bed Bath & Beyond stock that they think that the government shutdown that is looming due to a variety of stupid political issues, caused by Republicans, by the way, you think suddenly that has to do with your Bed Bath & Beyond stock? You think everything that happens in the world is because of your fucking investment? That's bizarre. That is completely delusional.
Weird, but
sometimes I see, like, I'll pick up a scrap of tinfoil or something, and I just have to, like, turn my phone off and, like, go for a quick walk because I'm just like, this is too much. Because, and I generally just chalk it up as like some of these are coincidences, and some are just like the most unbelievable true coincidences and you know, imaginable. Because I really don't think there's a chance in hell that they.
Did you hear that he used the phrase coincidences, as in Cohen, as in Ryan Cohen? Coincidences? I didn't realize they had made up a name for it.
Could have coordinated the publishing of the clock in a children's book with, like, something meaningful happening as the result of the government shutdown. If so, this is some crazy, we're in a simulation, you know. I don't know. I don't want to say much more, but
I've always kind of made sure to separate the tinfoil. I mean, I think
Have you?
I've kind of treated it as like entertaining. It's just like, oh, I want to be able to be the one to find some random connection, true or not, just because it's
True,
funny.
yeah.
But I mean, that was one of the reasons I got emotional. Was it was like the the look.
Michael's the one who cried on the stream with Pulte.
If we all,
Which there's nothing wrong with crying. Crying is great. Expressing your feelings, letting them out, that is a good and healthy thing. I am not making fun of the crying. I am, however, concerned that he is so emotionally invested in this that it is making him that emotional. That's concerning.
even just don't get wiped out, we're going to be, if we retain any amount of equity, it's going to squeeze to the moon still. So
absolutely. Well, hey,
you get zero equity.
Real quick, calling out,
yeah.
Someone put something in the chat that I'd like to know from you also, Michael, because you were there last week. What was up with the image on the screen, like the reversal logic? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like where on the screen someone was writing something on the blackboard behind them and it spelled out through the stream like it was a mirror image, but there are other things that
the camera was mirrored. It said only the young, and then it said only the hung.
Backwards. Is there anything going on there, or is that just sort of like...
It's just that there are a few things that could delay it, but it can't delay it forever. The government can't just be like, oh, we're shut down like permanently. So yeah. So if anyone's wondering when it's going to happen, well, I mean, it might possibly hinge on that. So
yeah, because Gary Gensler did announce, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that like, hey, if anyone's trying to IPO next week, like, you're not going to be able to.
Gary Gensler's the head of the SEC.
Yeah.
Like,
right, and so that's a big part of what they want to do, because like, well, you know, I'm sure in the whole planning, you know, how much the GameStop, how many shares they issued was planned. I mean, David Simpson like went into that like into
some crypto, but like that's just kind of where I want to be. So if it would be very poetic if in some way everything comes full circle.
For share purchase. And
does he not realize he has that blur up?
Win. And I think that obviously I don't have any like concrete proof to
oh good, we have callers. You gotta love callers.
That's changing. I'm actually gonna bring on Rad Dad real quick. Hey Rad Dad, what's up, man?
Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Oh, hold on there, Michael. Can everybody hear me? Is there an echo? Are we having
yes.
an echo?
Yeah, there is an echo.
Why are you he's using like one of the old, I don't even know if they sell these anymore. Millennials know what I'm talking about. You know when you were a kid and at the dollar store or whatever, they had those microphones that weren't really microphones. They just had something in them that kind of made a weird, like, I don't know if it was a spring or something that made a weird noise with your mouth. They used to be cheap toys. I think they used to be a prize at like Chuck E. Cheese or something too. It's like a spring. Anyway, I think he's using one of those. Is he embarrassed? Like, why is he changing his voice? Also, if he wants to change his voice, there are easier ways to do it than that. Like this I got for $5. Hold on. Hi guys, this is my voice with a voice changer. It's incredibly annoying. I am a robot. I make bad stock decisions. How about this one? Ew. How about this one? Echo. That's already annoying.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to make a special request from the chat. Can Matthew Tooley please step up? Can you put a link in for Matthew Tooley there, Michael? Is it possible?
Sure.
Come on, Matthew, step up here. Everybody loves Matthew Tooley.
Oh, we got Anastera too. Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, not a lot. Sorry, I'm just getting my headphones plugged in so you guys don't get any feedback.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for letting me on.
There's nothing wrong with being a dork. It's not that they're dorks, it's that they're delusional. It's fine to have fun and be dorks. It's fine. There would be nothing wrong with this if it wasn't all based around a delusion, but it is.
One thing is like I'm kind of new to this whole thing relative to like you, because you guys have been doing this for months and months and months, and I just jumped in. But like,
oh no, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. Hey.
Oh
Crew.
Possible ways that this could go out that they have like accounted for, you know, for however many like roadblocks that the people that we're up against are going to throw in. And I think that obviously I don't have any like concrete proof to suggest that this will be the case, but I think that since the date is on a Saturday specifically, I think that was obviously very intentional to do, so that it could happen on Friday, or it could happen.
Why is he showing a shotgun? That's a shotgun shell, right? What is that? What the fuck is he doing? What is Turley doing? What is that?
Specifically, I think that was obviously...
No, it's not. What the fuck is it? I have no idea what it even is.
Obviously very intentional to do.
Is it a drug thing?
So that
he's showing it off. The bottom looks like a shotgun shell, but I don't know.
It could happen on Friday, or
the fuck is it?
Monday. I think that the whole government budget thing usually happens around this time.
Battery, maybe.
You know,
Jihara says people that we're up against, who are they up against if the shares got canceled? They still believe short sellers are secretly behind everything that happens. It's weird.
Every year or so, if I'm not mistaken, it's usually around this time.
Sorry to interrupt you just before I forget. So
it's either a shell or something that's made to look like it. Seems to be the consensus.
In the Teddy books, it actually references
fucking Teddy books. He's citing children's books. Ah.
Or no, maybe there's a. So, I'd have to look it up. I think I mentioned it on one of the Friday night PP shows. Was that back when the Teddy books came out, or right around there, the whole question was. About the monetary policy change, right? Whether it's gonna be tightened or not,
right?
And it'd be I'd have to look back, and you know, quantitative tightening, right? That's just definitely not.
I might buy some.
I don't know.
Dish.
Tons of money.
And
Tons of.
Right. Instead of right.
And showed me the way, and PP is the way, and
it's unacceptable, you know.
Right, makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, and you cannot ask me or any other person in this world, and I am a blessed man because I got to serve my country, and I got to serve my fellow men and women of this world, and I've been there. I've been in the dirt. I've slept in the dirt. I've gone days upon days without sleep, you know.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a better life for all of you. No matter what happened to me, I'm like Plur, you know. I would gladly go into battle.
Sorry, I'm looking at something related to this on my phone, by the way. I just didn't want it on screen during this. I'm not ignoring you. Moira Soma says, okay, I don't know the lore of the Teddy books. Can you explain a little bit? Literally, they're just basic-ass kids' books. This one's about piggy banks. It's literally, you know, when you think generic kids' picture book, the general premise is these are Ryan Cohen's children, and this is Ryan Cohen's dad, Ted, or Teddy, who was a real person. These are really based on Ryan Cohen's real kids. And it's a generic children's book series, you know, teaching kids lessons about things, in this case, saving or the stock market, which is why I bought this one, because it was thematically relevant. So they basically look at these books and try and find tinfoil stuff, like, oh, they might be like, look at this ice cream cone. Oh my god, there's an ice cream cone right here, and Pulte during the stream was insistent on getting ice cream. You know what I mean? They'll just find random things and decide that it's relevant. Like, I know there was one picture where they were like, oh, there's socks, and some of these socks are the colors of different business logos. So that means that these companies are involved in the new company that we think is getting made. It's very silly. It's very, very silly.
With him.
Honest Noir says, I honestly wonder if these guys were this credulous and delusional from the start. It just happens to be manifesting this way, or if they picked this stuff up with the stock trading community and ended up going down some kind of rabbit hole. Michael's been like this. Michael is like this. I did a deep dive into his backstory. It's funny calling someone's real life a backstory, but that's basically what it is. He seems into woo-woo stuff anyway. Don't know about the other people. PP was involved in SafeMoon previously and Dogecoin, so he's like a consummate bag holder. Are they worse than QAnons? I guess it depends on what you mean by that. They're less violent. There have been fewer, if not, have there been any acts of violence because of these people? Not that I'm aware of, and there have been for QAnon people. So, they got that going for them, which is nice. Famous last words. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just, you know, they're less dangerous, I think. They're delusional. They're dangerous to their families, I guess. I know a lot of these people put money that they couldn't afford into it, and their families are going to suffer, which sucks.
And I am in battle with him.
There are some people who are BBBYQ and Q.
You know? And
I've only seen, like, 2, though. And I think they got banned from the main subreddit for posting about demons and stuff, and saying I was, like, a satanic demon trying to trick them into selling their shares. Oh, God, I dumped it on my desk. Sorry, I think I got a hair in my cauldron, and I was trying to see it, but I dumped out Coke.
and that makes my life worthwhile. That makes everyone's life worthwhile. And
I would say they're about as delusional as QAnon people, though. It's hard to measure that kind of thing objectively in any way, but, you know.
If we can...
Also, on top of that, people have left. As time has gone on, fewer and fewer people are in BBBYQ. I've talked about this before. It's the distillation effect in cult and cult-like communities. Basically, when there are things like this, or QAnon, and dates and predictions come and go over and over and over, and they don't come true, the people who are the least delusional will slowly kind of boil off, right? They'll leave, they'll find something else to be interested in, maybe get on some other delusional thing, but at least they've left this community. Leaving people who are more delusional. Now, this happens time and time again over months and months and months, years even in the case of QAnon, so that there are fewer people in the group, but the people that are in the group, and therefore the overall average opinion of the group, has gotten far more delusional and detached from reality. So sure, 4 years ago there were probably more QAnon people, but today, the ones that are there, and therefore the overall tone and discussions within these groups, are much more delusional, dangerous, scary, stuff like that. So with Bed Bath & Beyond, something similar has been happening. Every time dates go by, the price goes down, they're losing people. So at this point, the only people who are still on this Bed Bath & Beyond thing are the absolute strangest of the strange, hodlers of hodlers. Like, they are the dedicated people who believe this no matter what. It's pretty sad. Mr. Whiskers, thanks for gifting a sub.
And find a way, and I know this is the goal, to take what we have and become a force that can be reckoned with, and then they have no choice but to yield, and then we can find that salvation that Tule's talking about as a people of the entire planet. You know, for me, tripping alone for 5 months up in my mind like this, and then finding PP was the biggest blessing of my life, because it was like it led me...
Finding PP was the biggest blessing in your life? I wonder if you'll feel the same in the coming weeks.
Down the...
Thanks for the 5 gifted subs.
Path and showed me the way. And PP is the way.
Wait, what is that? Datura? What is Datura? Datura dude. Thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Sorry, it took me a second.
I will do and support whatever he wants, and I will support and follow Michael.
PP is the way, the truth, and the light.
In whatever he does. And lots of other people
Datura
that are out there in this community.
Sorry, for a second I thought you were a troll. My bad. That's my fault for misreading.
Be part of the change.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you to everybody. And I have a big show coming when we go to the moon.
When, not if, when we go to the moon.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be starting to close down. So thanks for coming on, Rad Dad. You're the man.
Good night, Michael. Love you. Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Take care.
Isn't it a toxic plant? It may be. I don't know. That's
So,
my fault. It was
and-
my fault. It's a type of nightshade. Good. I apologize to that person. Initially, I was just very defensive because I'm always on edge for trolls.
I kind of want to go over these 2 articles real quick. This was actually posted, I guess.
Thank you again, Datura Dude. I'm sorry about my reaction initially. I'm sure you're cool and I appreciate the support. I just, you know, my bad. I misread it. And now I'm talking about it too much, which is weird.
A week ago. You know, it says Sweden's financial market watchdog, the Financial Supervisory Authority, FSA, launched an investigation into NASDAQ on Thursday. The probe aims to determine whether NASDAQ Stockholm breached domestic regulations by failing to report it, and yet they...
Eruption. Everyone is going to... It's going to get everyone's attention, and we are going to be on the forefront of new change going forward. They're going to be looking to us because we are going to have all the resources and power in order to affect the change.
They're going to have all the power, guys. This definitely isn't a fantasy.
Hopefully, you know, this obviously won't be the case for every single person who's going to benefit from this. But I would like to think that the vast majority are going to be like, yes, we know it's bad and it's going to get worse for a little bit, but we're here, we're working towards to make it better. And we're not going to tell you that it's going to be better. We're going to show you with our...
Let's look at the most recent posts from the PP subreddit. Oh, me and the boys getting matching butterfly tattoos to celebrate, please. Please get matching butterfly tattoos. I want it so bad. Oh god, they're obsessed with butterflies now. Of course they are. Everything just degrades. Entropy's a bitch. Oh my god, are they doing a fucking space call about this shit? This person says, as long as the stock exists, calls for it exist, right? We could sell or exercise those calls into the squeeze because BBBYQ will be what squeezes, not the successor shares, right? I believe the calls exist as long as the underlying exists. It doesn't exist, though. It's done. I'm going to move this so you guys can see it. Sorry, it's mostly off screen. This person says, we fucking won! Even though the shares got canceled. So no, they didn't win. They didn't win. Oh my god. When's the announcement? When we cocoon off. Cocoon harder. What the fuck are they doing? This person says, I think we got fucked. This person says, impossible to know that right now. What do you mean it's impossible to know that right now? H-Beard with a link.
But he ever suspects the butterfly.
I didn't burn down the school. It was the butterfly, I tell you. The butterfly.
He's crazy, boys. Get the taser.
I just don't understand these people. I really don't. As much as I'd like to think I do, I don't. No one does. You can't understand nonsense. That's kind of the point, right? It's nonsense. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be that. I like pie 314. Thank you for 10 months. I can only do pi to 3.14159. I don't know beyond that. Oh, here's the actual thing where it says they have no shares, by the way, in case you care. Cautionary note to holders of the company's common stock and Series A convertible preferred stock. This is the apes. Oh, Nemesaur, thanks for gifting 10 tier 1 subs and almost kicking off a hype train. Let's see. As a result of the confirmed plan becoming effective, all of the company's equity interests consisting of outstanding shares of common stock and Series A convertible preferred stock of the company and related rights to receive or purchase shares of common stock were canceled on the effective date without consideration and have no value. Were canceled on the effective date, which is today, without consideration and have no value. Look at that. Gnome Pickles with 100 bits says, that's impressive. I can only do pi to Blackberry. 35% to level 3 on a hype train. It continues. No shares of the company's common stock or Series A convertible preferred stock will be reserved for future issuance in respect of claims and interest filed, and allowed under the confirmed plan or pursuant to the exercise of any rights, options, or other obligations of the company, issue its common stock and or Series A convertible preferred stock. It is literally saying, you get nothing. You have nothing. You have no equity. You have nothing. We are wiping our hands. Clean slate. You're gone. You're done. Did someone say butterfly?
And now, I write this battle.
I'm gonna have so many things I gotta take off already. No more copyrighted clips for the day. I have so many things I'm gonna have to remove. They make me sad. They make me so, so sad. So let's see. According to this person, PP lost a minimum of $21,000 based on what he has posted in terms of his own shares. Because if that's true, that's hilarious. That means he basically broke even. Because remember, he recently got a bunch of donations from the Pulte stream. He got like $20,000. So he basically broke even. Scam worked out for him. That's funny. Unstable Deadbeat, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Yeah, that's true. YouTube gets a cut, and there are taxes. Although he's going to be able to offset some of those taxes with his losses. %14 to level 4. See if there's any newer BBBY stuff, but probably not. Can't imagine people are posting about it at the moment, considering, you know, it's destroyed, basically. Oh my god, 4 hours ago, why is this person still doing predictions? It's fucking done. What? Whatever. You can only write off stock losses if you own the stock for more than a year. Trying to think if he has. He's owned some of it more than a year. Not every share, but some of them. Moo Bunny with 50 bits says, a queer rider on the hype train. Is it too late for Ryan Cohen to save Bed Bath & Beyond stock? Yes.
At Numerian
Yes, what? It's canceled.
Capital, we bring you the latest stock news each day.
Oh, that's probably a concern for photosensitive epilepsy. I apologize.
3. Is it too late for Ryan Cohen to save Bed Bath & Beyond stock? Farewell, Bed Bath stock. Shares of Bed Bath & Beyond are set to be cancelled, released, and extinguished on September 30th. The chances of GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen swooping in to save the day are slim to none.
Beautiful!
Bed Bath stock is down by over 30% today. Bed Bath & Beyond stock has shed 96% of its value so far this year in light of its Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. Tomorrow, September 30th, shares of the once vibrant retailer are set to be cancelled, released, and extinguished. Most Bed Bath stockholders have accepted this fate, although some are wondering if billionaire Ryan Cohen will make one final move to save the company.
Who puts out this AI-generated fucking trash? So funny. Oh good, look at this Spirit Halloween. It used to be a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Hey everybody, so today we are at Spirit Halloween.
Are you 12?
So they have these. I like this one, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's actually going to be our thumbnail. No.
It was not the thumbnail.
Feet. Okay. On that Halloween, like, it's cool.
Has he seen Halloween? He sounds 10.
It's pretty cool, I have to say. Is it just me, or have I not seen these for sale? Like, I've seen them, but, like, not for sale. I've only seen them in the theme, and here are these.
I'm sorry, this is cute. This reminds me of when I was in, like, in middle school. I'd make little YouTube videos that I never posted. I'd just make them for myself because I wanted to be a YouTuber and have, like, an internet show, but I was so embarrassed by them, I never posted them. That's cute. Reminds me of young me. Mr. Whiskers says, now that's a stock worth getting behind. Nothing can stop the Spirit Store.
A turtle?
It's actually funny, because I did them at my grandparents' house because they babysat me after school. And they weren't for anyone other than me, but one time my grandpa found it and watched it and later was like, oh, that was actually pretty good. That was nice.
Skeleton. And that's pretty cool.
When you were young, YouTube didn't exist. Yeah. Are those videos akin to the Old Testament for the temple? They're lost. They're lost to history. So.
They've had these for years. I really think I like them. But what do you guys think? This is a really cool skull along with that. And this is pretty cool too. And they have this pig right here.
Thank you for the hype train, everyone.
Hi. Alright, let's see this.
Sorry, now I'm just enjoying the kid having fun. I wish the kid luck on any future endeavors. It's the ape father. This guy's an asshole too.
You know, I keep watching videos on people saying that this particular stock is going to make up all your AMC money, and whether it be Finger, whether it be this, whether it be that, whether it be Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay, and this is my feelings on it, okay?
That is a lot of vocal fry.
Retail lost.
Retail lost. Does it not hurt to talk like this? Ooh. Jesus Christ. How does he do that?
$350 billion in 2022. Citadel made $16 billion. Stock market is rigged. Okay, in my opinion, I'll say it's alleged, it's my opinion. It doesn't make a difference what stock ultimately you invest in. It could be Finger, it could be Bed Bath & Beyond, it could be Monkey Balls, whatever the case may be. Okay, it's rigged. It's fixed. Okay, so Ape Father is starting the V for Victory project.
He's if you missed me ever covering this guy, he's an influencer that pushed AMC stock. And basically, AMC's been doing very badly. The stock is down. It's being diluted again, I think. They're fucked, basically. And this guy is now, after having his audience lose money because of the advice he gave them, despite saying, not financial advice, clearly it was advice, now he's like, okay, that didn't work out, so you should just give me your money directly, and then I'll start a casino and give you guys money for realsies. Yeah, the world of meme stocks are full of really stupid people. and stupid grifters. It's weird.
Now that's not fixed. You understand? This is the real estate industry. This is the casino industry. I am not asking for any solicitation or any investments. I'm only asking for two simple things. You could help me fund my dream, my first project. You're not getting an interest in it.
It's even worse. It's even worse. He's not even saying, hey, invest in this casino I want to make. He's saying, just give me money. I want to make a casino. Give me money and you get nothing. What the fuck? The fuck is this? God damn it. This guy's really, 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 really stupid.
You could give me a super chat for entertainment purposes only.
Fuck off.
Let me get established and let me open the first casino. Then down the line,
Guys, we're gonna open the first casino. You know, it's real easy to open an online casino. Okay? I'm just gonna do it.
Like I said, that's when I could get more serious.
This is pathetic. This is so sad, even by meme stock standards. He's begging his audience for money so he can start a casino. This is the most blatant scam. Even if he... You know what? It's even stupider. A scam would imply he thinks to himself, this is never gonna work, I'm just scamming them. I don't think that. I think he's genuinely delusional enough and stupid enough to think, yeah, this is my next money-making scheme. I'm gonna start an online casino. That's easy, right?
That's when I could hire a very prestigious securities firm. I could register, you know, some form of an offering with the SEC, and then we could see if I could get my ape brothers and my ape sisters involved at a later date. But as of today, you come to my live streams. If you're generous enough, if enough people could come and just rock this out.
The comments are funny. They say, can't afford a home, lives with his mom, claims he's going to own a casino. How about you apply for a part-time job at Walmart and don't rely on super chats to build your casino?
Be enough super chats, I can finish this thing and do it.
How many super chat? How expensive does he think it is to start a casino? You need a lot of capital to start a casino. It's a casino?
And get it done. Another thing is I'm going to be doing a lot of music videos.
What does that even fucking mean? Do you do music?
No, just watch them. What's the big deal? It's going to be instrumental piano music. Hey, have a nice glass of wine. Sit down when you're having dinner with your family. Throw on one of my piano V for Victory music videos. And you watch it. You enjoy your dinner. You enjoy your vino. That's what we say in Italian for wine. And you're helping me get closer to the V for Victory project. But as far as all of you just looking for the next play, it's like, you know what it is? You're diving back into the shark-infested waters, in my opinion. I can't tell you what to do because I'm not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice.
Your whole channel is giving advice.
If you jumped into the water one time and the shark bit off one of your freaking legs, right? Why are you going to jump into the water the second time? So we can bite off the second leg? I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. But you do whatever you got to do. You do what's best for you. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. This video is for entertainment purposes only. So my stakes have arrived.
This fucking guy. Another Spirit Halloween in a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, one of the big stories in retail recently was the dissolution of Bed Bath & Beyond, obviously a retailer that was well known for its locations across the country. But the merger that took place with Bed Bath & Beyond and Overstock.com has brought forward a new company, one that will be focused a lot on e-commerce. Pleasure to be joined by Jonathan Johnson, who is the CEO of that new Bed Bath & Beyond. Jonathan, great to have you with us today. Thanks for a few moments.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you, Dan.
Thank you. All right, so congratulations. And you've been going at this now for a few weeks. How's everything going with the new operations?
You know, so far we're really encouraged. We went live in Canada about a month and a half ago, kind of doing a test up there because our business is much smaller. So far, there's more direct traffic to the site. Our return on ad spend for our search engine marketing is up, and once customers are
That's kind of funny. After they purchased the Bed Bath & Beyond name, their stock went up to $37, and now it's below where it was even before they bought the Bed Bath & Beyond name. That's hilarious. It devalued their brand. They spent millions of dollars buying the Bed Bath & Beyond name, and it has devalued their brand. Genius.
are on the site, they're converting at a higher rate, which means they're buying more product. We've only been live in the US for about 10 days. But
Is this guy the biggest baggy accidentally in that he actually bought the name for millions of dollars? Pee-Pee wishes he could lose this much money.
we've seen nice initial results.
Take us through that decision to start up in Canada. What was behind that?
Literally, he just explained it. They have a smaller footprint there, and it's where they wanted to test the waters. Jesus, you're a bad interviewer.
Well, there were two things. Primarily, we wanted to launch and use it kind of as a beta test.
How did this Overstock.com not have, like, a... someone to talk about their business? Like a... you know, a PR person? That guy's terrible at it. Jesus. Oh. Thanks, OnlyFlans. Oh, that's a joke I made. That's a joke I made. Nice. Trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to discuss today? Probably not. There'll be more tomorrow because we're going to cover the PP stream. We'll probably talk about the Dan Olsen doc that's coming out soon. He claims it might be out tonight. Don't know what time zone Dan is in, though. He's Canadian, and Canada is a wide country, so I do not know which time zone he resides in. So anyway, let's do a raid. Sorry for anyone who just showed up. I know it's a little bit shorter, but, you know, the stock got canceled. So there's less content. No, but tomorrow we'll cover more of the meltdown and stuff. I just wanted to catch some of it live while it was happening. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. It's been great. Like I said, we're going to be doing a subathon in October. I'll have an exact date for you guys soon, but that'll be fun. So, see who the raid is for. Lumi? Maybe Lumi. We haven't raided Lumi in a bit.
We're very weak.
Xandris, thank you for gifting 3 tier 1 subs. I appreciate it. Muchly. Hope to see you again, OnlyFlans. Sorry, it seems like I'm signing off right as you got in, but hopefully we'll see you tomorrow or soon. So have a great night, everyone. I think I'm gonna go get some Reese's Puffs, because I would like some cereal, and I can finally leave the house, because I don't have COVID anymore. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Cheers. Enjoy. If Dan's video does come out tonight, fucking enjoy it. I'm sure I will. Later.